welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be using a spandex cap that I got from Sally's to start off making this wig, and I love these because they're just very stretchy and really fit like anyone's head. So if you guys watched part 1 of this lace series, you guys will already have a customized frontal, and I just placed the frontal a little bit over the cap. A couple inches before the cap is where the frontal starts, and I just held it down with some T-pins on the side and at the top of the frontal, and now I'm just gonna braid the hair out of the way so I can start sewing. So you're gonna need some thread. This is just some regular sewing thread from Sally's and a curved needle. Totally thought I was recording when I started sewing on the frontal, but if you want sideburns, don't start directly at the edge of the frontal, like do it like a few inches over. But to start, you're gonna just wanna take the needle through the spandex cap and through the frontal, and then wrap the thread around the needle twice and pull, and that's gonna create a knot. And then after you have the knot created, you can just continue to sew regularly by using the loop and pull method, which is literally all you see here, which is me going through the spandex cap and the frontal and just continuing to sew like that. And I used to make a knot like every time I would do a stitch, but that just like took too long, and this is faster. So you're just gonna want to make your stitches close together and then just continue to sew, and then make a knot like every once in a while for a little bit of extra security. Also, make sure that you don't sew through the actual band of the cap that goes around the perimeter on the outside, or the wig won't stretch. So the hair that I'm using is from an AliExpress company called Longqi hair, and this is their Cambodian curly, and it's the same hair that was in part 1, but this hair is so pretty. As you guys can see, the wefts are really full and the hair is really pretty. I love this curl pattern. So I'm going to double the tracks at the back, so I'm just gonna stick the needle directly through the weft. Now I'm gonna connect that track to the frontal. And I'm going to sew the track over top of that band of the spandex cap. Once again, you don't want to sew on or through the band or the wig won't stretch. Now I'm just gonna use a T-pin to hold the tracks in place while I sew. Now I'm gonna go through the track again and connect it to the frontal and wrap the thread around the needle twice to create a knot, which is basically gonna be an anchor for the track in the back. And then I'm going to create another knot one more time, and then I'm just gonna do the loop and pull method the rest of the way, and just knotting like every once in a while, like just whenever I feel like I need some security.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
Now when I reach the end of the track, I am making knots, and I'm gonna go through the weft and connect it to the frontal on this side and make a knot, and then I'm just gonna flip it over, and I'm actually gonna do single wefts from here. So I'm just gonna cut off that one weft and then just continue to sew, and that's because I want to make sure that I fit all 3 bundles onto this wig. If I doubled all of the tracks, I would basically run out of space throughout the wig. So I'm just gonna single all the wefts from here on out, and then just keep sewing all the way to the top in a U shape. When I run out of thread, I make a knot, and then I cut off the needle, and then I just take the ends of the thread and make 2 more knots to secure it, and then I'll cut off the extra thread, and I'll just start with a whole new needle. So I just kept sewing in a U shape until I got all the way to the top, and I'm still gonna keep sewing in a U shape until it gets smaller and smaller, and every time I get near the frontal, I'm sewing through the weft and through the frontal and making a knot. So every time I'm sewing near the frontal, I'm making sure that I'm connecting the track to it, because I don't want it to get like start coming loose or like unraveling after you wear your wig however many times you're gonna wear it, you know. So just make sure that you're connecting your tracks to your frontal every time you come close to the frontal. Make sense?
This is what you came for. Strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at
As I kept sewing in a U shape, that space became smaller and smaller and smaller, and I just kept flipping over the track and just sewing. So this next track that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna connect the track directly to the frontal, because it's basically the closing piece that's gonna close up the whole wig. So I'm gonna make sure that I knot every single stitch, because it's gonna be connected to the frontal and I don't want it to come loose or anything. So I'm gonna go through the frontal and then around the track, and I'm gonna make a knot for every single stitch that I'm making right now. And then after that is done, I'm just gonna cut the rest of the track that's left, and then, you know, knot it, and that's the whole wig. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and that maybe you learned something that you can apply to your wig making technique. And don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and check out part 1, which will be linked down below. And the only thing that's left to do now after the wig is complete is to cut the excess cap from the wig, and be careful not to cut any of your stitches. And that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.